Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry for Spencer Ware. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
58, right over there,
Brissett sets to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Mike, 58, right there.
First down, Rivers. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
58, boy, 58. Hey, exit. Ricky. 58, the mark. Wait, 89.
From the gun, Rivers. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing again on second down. Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on second down. Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. On third down, Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
57's the mic. Watch 57. He don't know no better.
Brissett. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go. Check. He's a skinny. Check 9, check. X3, 218.
A toss play. Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive lineman, tight end, sometimes an extra back. They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, Rivers again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Throwing, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And some room to maneuver.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25. And 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. So he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this depth. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Brissett under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right? Hey, orbit! You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Rivers now from the 50. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Block the screen. Hey. Run 80. Slam. Red. Behind.
On 3rd down, Rivers going deep here for Allen. He's got it at the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerry Tillery brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hey, come on out here. Come get this. Come get this.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now Benjamin. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever they...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
fair.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. He's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, second and goal.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check 37, check 37.
Throwing Rivers. That's caught at the 1. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, pick your game up. 6 guys.
They go again with Ware. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Brissett now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
That's got to be a long day. 57's the mic.
To throw, Brissett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. 3rd down here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try to run it with Mack. Ooh, the juke. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
We got double up. Cluster. Jam.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers agreeing with a catch left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Thomas Davis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And Daniels has it over the middle. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing, Brissett, and he finds Daniels. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Brissett now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
20! And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Trip. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7.
Here's Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all on the wrist. I never switch. Ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50, ex-slick, then